a successful relationship, the one thing you must do. In today's video, I'm sharing a snippet from my book, Purpose and Position, 31 Prayers to Prepare Your Heart for Marriage While Dating and Waiting. Relationships are hard, but they don't have to be. In this video, I'm going to show you the one thing you must do if you want your relationship to be successful. Hello everyone, Dr. Shaw here, and in this video, I'm talking about relationships. Many women struggle in their relationships without realizing that there is one simple thing they can do to make things better. So, if you're struggling in your relationship or you just want it to be more successful, then stay tuned. I'm sharing with you the one thing that you must do. Naomi and Ruth had an unbreakable bond, and David and Jonathan did too. Even through the loss of their husbands, Naomi and Ruth's love for one another stood strong, just as David and Jonathan's love for each other did as well. Jonathan was the son of King Saul, and he became friends with David. It was not by chance. Their friendship was divinely appointed by God. Jonathan had the training of a king because he'd grown up in the king's house. David had the oil of anointing to become king, but he did not have the training he needed. So God appointed Jonathan to be David's mentor, to groom him and teach him how to be the king. You could be anointed for a position, but if you are not trained, then your anointing will not be as effective as it could be if you have the training as well. God appointed Jonathan to be David's mentor so that when David became king, he would be effective for those he would serve. He not only had spiritual wisdom that came from God, but knowledge and understanding of his position that came from the person God connected him with. Naomi and Ruth's connection was divinely orchestrated by God, just as David and Jonathan's was. Naomi, a native of Bethlehem and cousin of Boaz through marriage, had the knowledge and training of a godly woman as she was reared in Jewish culture and had the wisdom of a godly wife. Ruth, however, was anointed as queen, but she did not have the knowledge or the training in the Jewish culture she needed. Her mentor, Naomi, did. God anointed Ruth to be the queen, and he appointed Naomi to help her become the queen. Ruth got anointed while Naomi was appointed. Hi, I'm Dr. Patricia Shaw, and I began on this journey to inspire the soul of a woman, gently nudging her to overcome her limiting beliefs so she could attract a life partner that fulfills her heart and needs on every level. As a Christian relationship coach, I help lead women to their definition of relationship success so they can find rapture in the warm embrace of love rather than fear it. Relationships have the ability to raise us up and elevate our being to new heights, but only if they are entered into with readiness and intention. Today, let's fix your focus. Believe it or not, you are anointed to be a wife, if that's your desire. But you need the training and knowledge it takes to become a wife. But not just any kind of wife, a godly wife. Connections matter. Who you connect with can make you or break you, equip you or strip you, build you up or bind you. Connections matter. David was connected to Jonathan, and Jonathan had the appointing of a king, the knowledge that came from growing up in the king's home. But David had the anointing to be the king. Jonathan was groomed in the king's home, but David was groomed by the King of Kings. Just as God connected David with Jonathan, he connected Ruth and Naomi, and now he's doing the same thing with me and you. Naomi had the appointing from growing up in Bethlehem, where she gained knowledge and wisdom about how to be a godly wife. But Ruth had the anointing to be the queen. Naomi became Ruth's marriage mentor for the purpose of positioning and preparing her to become the queen. As a wife in waiting, you need a marriage mentor, someone who can see what you cannot, someone who you will believe if she tells you he is not the one, someone who loves you as much as you love yourself. Ask God to place this person in your life so you can glean how to be a godly wife from her wisdom and knowledge. Many times we think we're ready, but God shows us that we are not. It's not that he wants to withhold marriage from you if that's what you desire, but you should be ready for what you are asking, believing, and praying for. Marriage has a purpose, and you must be prepared and positioned to fulfill this ministry. As a wife in waiting, you are anointed, but you also need the training and knowledge to become a wife. You should want your position as your husband's wife to be effective, not ineffective, because marriage has a purpose. You should desire to be a couple equipped with the power that comes from God. So when the enemy comes, and trust me, he is coming, you will be able to stand together as a united team. The power God gives comes from a relationship with him that is deeply rooted in a rich prayer life. When you are not trained and equipped to operate in the position in which you serve, you become weak and faint in the time of battle. But when you are trained and equipped for your position, you can take a licking in times of trouble and keep right on ticking. So let's fix your focus so you can live the life you desire with the man you deserve. Until next time, take care.